Ontario's government just passed Bill 5. Here's what we know about the bill and why there's been so much debate around it. Bill 5, the Protect Ontario by Unleashing Our Economy Act, will fast-track mining and infrastructure developments with the creation of special economic zones where local and provincial rules can be bypassed. The bill amends multiple acts, including the Environmental Protections Act, Environmental Assessment Act, Mining Act, and the Ontario Heritage Act. It also repeals the Endangered Species Act and introduces the Species Conservation Act, removing requirements to create strategies to recover at-risk species and reducing the definition of an animal's habitat to their den, nest, and immediate surrounding area. Where the Endangered Species Act explicitly prohibits killing, harming, harassing, capturing, or taking species recognized as extirpated, endangered, or threatened, and the damaging or destruction of their habitats, the Species Conservation Act's wording is less strict, saying no person shall engage in an activity that is likely to result in a species no longer living in the wild in Ontario. The Toronto Zoo has spoken out against Bill 5, saying it would be failing its mission, vision, and responsibility to its members and the species the zoo fights to protect if it remains silent about a bill it says poses a serious threat to Ontario's native wildlife. Some First Nations communities have also opposed the bill, saying they weren't consulted before it was introduced, which many see as a violation of their treaty rights, especially as Premier Doug Ford has already set his sights on Northern Ontario's mineral-rich Ring of Fire for the first special economic zone. More than 300 Indigenous people took to Queen's Park to protest the bill while it was being read and debated, and leaders have warned that blockades and protests could follow its passing. Kiiwetinoong NDP MPP Sol Mamakwa, who is Indigenous, was ejected from the legislature earlier for saying Ford was telling untruths about consultations with Indigenous peoples on the bill.
I say no to Bill 5. Last week, the government said that they respect First Nations, that they respect treaty rights. Speaker, we know the Premier is telling untruths.
Marit Stiles, the Ontario NDP's leader, followed him out.
I also want to know where the Premier was today when this important piece of legislation was passed.
In the rush to get the bill passed before the legislature takes its summer recess, debate was limited and widespread public hearings were denied. Ontario's Economic Development Minister, Vic Fedeli, said the bill is the tool needed to get projects rolling in 2 years instead of 15. Follow the story at thestar.com.